talking about at the time. So without further ado, I'll introduce Mike. Mike is with Podium. Jen and I met Podium probably a few years ago. It was before the pandemic, and what they were currently really talking to us about was online reputation. And obviously, especially now that we live in a COVID world, if you will, where a lot is done online, a lot is done virtually, and a lot of people are still remote. This is such a fantastic product that we are very excited to resell for you guys. We at CMS practice what we preach. We are also using Podium. So if you ever go to the cmsn.com website, you'll see that chat feature. It's actually Jennifer, myself, and a couple other people that are actually answering that chat. So it's been really helpful for us. So what Podium really does is it helps collect reviews. It helps you get found online, which everybody wants to have when it comes to someone searching for their company. It helps you communicate with your existing customers via text. I think we all understand how inundated we are with information when it comes to phone calls. We at CMS realize how hard it is to get people to pick up their phone, but yet people are really responsive when it comes to a text message. So Mike will go through some of that as well. And of course, that most important thing is your online reputation and getting reviews. That is incredibly important when it comes to people searching out a company and which provider they want to go with. So without further ado, Mike, if you want to go ahead and get started.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Jackie. Appreciate the time. It's a pleasure to be on this webinar with you guys. Yeah, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of your colleagues, the other dealers over at CMS a couple of months ago in Florida. Great group. It was my pleasure to be there. I learned a lot. But let me go ahead and start out with just kind of sharing my screen, if that's okay. Really, when it comes down to Podium, what we're ultimately trying to do is help local businesses win. And we want to create an unfair advantage for all of our customers. And in a nutshell, what Podium is and what our mission is we want to modernize the way business is being done locally. And what we mean by that is we know that technology is out there and we want to help local businesses use that technology to the best of their ability and the way business is being done. And so really when it boils down to, we have created what we refer to as almost a kind of a new category of technology. And it really comes down to the interaction management. We want to help the way businesses are communicating with their customers. And we call it interaction management. We want to help local businesses manage all the different types of interactions with their customers. And we'll go ahead and kind of walk you through how that works. So Podium, really essence, is a communication platform based around text messaging or messaging. We know that that's the way people are wanting to communicate nowadays. People are picking up phone calls less and less. I think we're all guilty of this. If our cell phone rings and we don't recognize the number, we just let it go to voicemail. We know that email also is becoming less and less used and looked at, just with a ton of junk and spam mail. And so we have found the power of messaging. We've all been there, whether we're talking to our spouse or we're talking to our boss. If our phone dings and it's a text message, we tend to grab our phone and kind of look at it. So we know that studies out there show that 98% of text messages get open and 93% of them get open in the first 3 minutes. So if you ever want a customer to see anything, we know, just text it to them and they're going to see it. And so that's what our platform is really based around. And so we have a number of products that are based within our platform that are based around text messaging. And so our first one, as Jackie mentioned, are reviews, right? We want to help local businesses get reviews. There's power in reviews. We all read reviews, right? Whether we're looking for a dentist, if we're looking for a plumber, if we're looking for a security system, right? We're going to look at the reviews. And so reviews are super critical for customers. And so the power of reviews, we know that Google, they share some SEO algorithm with us. And what that means is they have basically placed 34% of their SEO algorithm has to do with reviews, meaning the number of the reviews, the star rating, and the recency of the reviews. And so we know that helping local businesses gather reviews is critical to, as Jackie mentioned, getting found online, making sure, because that's where people are starting their search is online, not only getting found, but getting chosen over their competition. And so they're, when you go to Google and you try to find something, you're going to get 3 or 4 options. And our eyeballs are automatically going to go to see who has the most reviews and if they have a good star rating and there's a good recency to those reviews. And so our process is very simple. After a purchase, after an installment, whatever the situation might be for that local business, we can send a review out via text message. And what we love about that is we know that message, once again, is going to be read. Rather than just asking and not sending thing out and just hoping somebody leaves a review or trying to send something via email, they're just not going to see it. So send it out via text message as soon as possible. We make our process is a 2-step process. Because of our integration with Google, we have a great relationship with them. We're partners with them. They've actually invested in Podium. And so we have access to their API, which allows somebody who has a Google account to click on our link and it automatically logs them to leave a review, logs them right into their Google account. So it really takes them 15, 20 seconds to leave a review. There's where the review side of things is super beneficial. We want to make it easy and convenient. And if you do, the number of reviews that you're going to get for your business are a lot greater. If you make it not convenient, difficult, a long process, people just get fatigued and they don't want to leave a review. Not that it wasn't a good experience, it's just the process of leaving a review wasn't convenient. The next product that we really enjoy is our web chat widget. That web chat widget sits on your website, allows you to connect, actually have customers connect with you via text message. And so it actually turns your website and your business to become textable. Once again, another reason it's so powerful is because people want to communicate that way. And so we can start conversations very quickly via text, and it just makes it that much easier for a consumer to connect with the business. If they have to call you, you're going to put them on hold. If they're dealing with an automated web chat with AI, they're asking a different question than what the responses are, and it just gets very confusing and frustrating. And so our web chat widget's very easy to use, very easy to connect, and it just has that conveniency of turning the conversation into a text message, which once again is the way people want to communicate. Within that web chat component, we know that there's a variety of different ways that consumers can find a business, whether it's on Google, whether it's on Facebook. And what we'll do, and I'll kind of show you how this works. Within Podium, we can help connect maybe your Facebook Messenger, right? Someone finds you on Facebook, they can message directly in from Facebook, type in the question, hey, I need a quote on this, or do you offer this type of offering? That will flow right into the Podium inbox right here. And what I love about Podium is everything's done within this inbox. And so it makes it very easy and convenient for the business owner to manage Podium. We can do that with Facebook. We can also do that with Google Click to Message. So you've all probably seen this before. I find you on Google. Now I can actually message directly from your GMB page or your Google My Business page, just like I'm messaging from my phone. That also flows right into the Podium inbox. So now you can manage all the different types of interactions all flowing right within the Podium inbox. So it's very, very easy to see every message coming in, and it's very easy to respond to every message coming in. So back to kind of this cog wheel per se of what we do. The other thing that we do is within payments. right? So we can actually collect payments via text message. And one thing that we found during the pandemic is more and more people are more willing to make payments mobilely now. And so sending out a secure link to get a down payment or a payment before service, you name it, you can send it out through Podium, through a text to collect your payments. We just found it that much easier for businesses to collect money, as well. It makes it that much more convenient for a consumer to make a purchase. So we have a payments tool that is based in our package that we have found a lot of businesses migrating to collect payments. We have a number of other products that are kind of add-ons to our product. So the first one is our feedback product. That's if you're looking for NPS scores. You can send surveys out via this, once again, via text, to collect feedback on how maybe installers are doing, just kind of wanting to get that NPS score for your business. The other product is a video chat. Kind of interesting. We came out with this a couple of years ago and right before COVID, and it was super nice for a lot of different businesses, just because now they can send a link via text message that the consumer can click on the link, and that then will attach to their mobile device, to their phone and camera, and now they can have a video chat right there. And so once again, another product that's very user-friendly for a business, if need be, but also based around the ability of texting that link out. Now the consumer doesn't have to download an application. They don't have to, well, I'm on Zoom or I'm on Google Meets. Well, I'm using, I'm on a different type of phone. It can all be done within Podium. So in essence, we try to create and help the customer journey through connecting with them early on with lead generation through web chat, to maybe collecting payments, to gathering reviews, to try to just make it that much easier for a consumer to connect with a business. I'm going to pause there, Jackie, to see if maybe there's any questions that have popped up.
Nothing yet, not that I've seen.
Okay. Okay.
Looking good.
Perfect. Okay, great. Now I just kind of want to come into the Podium dashboard right now to kind of show you when you sign up for Podium, what you get. So when you sign into Podium, you'll get a Podium account. And like we mentioned, here's your inbox. You can see all the different different conversations you can have. Once a conversation is done, you can close it and it goes into your closed box. And so you always have a record of what the conversations were. So there's really no he said, she said going on. You can have it all done here with the Podium inbox. What's also nice, and we talked about the review side of things, if I come into the review tab of the your Podium account, you can see all the different reviews that are being left. So you don't have to worry about logging into your Google My Business page to see what reviews are being left or if you need to respond to them. We pull them all into Podium. Not only can you see them, but you can respond to them all within Podium as well. So we try to just make that very convenient and easy for the business to manage those reviews. Reporting tends to be very critical and helpful for businesses when they turn Podium on. It's not, hey, we turned it on, cross our fingers, hope it works. You can start to see it working all right in front of your eyes. So we track everything from inbound leads, right? Where these leads are coming from. Did that conversation start on your web chat widget? Did it start from Google My Business? Did it start from your Facebook Messenger? So we're tracking month after month every lead. We also track total conversations. We know that most conversations are good for businesses. And so if you're having a lot of conversations with your customers, that's a good thing. We also track total reviews. You can see month after month where these reviews are coming from. If they're leaving them on, Google or Facebook or any other review site you want to push reviews to. Also review invites, right? So you can see all the different review invitations that have been sent out. You can see who they were sent out to, if they clicked the link, and if they left a review. So once again, no guesswork. We even get into, if you wanted to, with our competitive tab, you can actually load in 4 or 5 of your competitors in your surrounding area. And within 48 to 72 hours, we'll pull all of their review information so you can see where you stack rank compared to your competitors. So kind of a fun little tool that if you start to load that and you realize you're 4th or 5th on the list, you know, you have some work to get going on. So, and then we also help track Google My Business analytics. So you can kind of see if we're helping with click to calls, click to directions, and click to website. So we try to find everything analytically and pull it into Podium to see, help you see you win when you go with Podium. Let's just see here, a couple of other things. What we love about Podium is we try to automate as much as we can. We have certain integrations that we have. I know we're still in the process of trying to create an integration with, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Jackie, is it Compass that you guys use?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, so we're still in the process of getting that. So once that is complete, the integration will be able to integrate with Compass. So there'll be a nice little automation integration built with that. So it reduces some of the redundancy. Dealing with Podium, I know maybe some of you have connected with Podium already, and that's a great thing. But we love working with CMS. They're just a great partner of ours. And there are some benefits for dealing with directly with CMS rather than dealing directly with Podium. We work very closely with CMS. And so as a CMS dealer, if you sign up with Podium, you have some discounted pricing. Also, you have the ability, I mean, we have a resource on my team for onboarding and for training that you get a direct access to that. So we'll make sure that your team is trained, onboarded, and understand the Podium product from the get-go. And so we just want to make sure that we take care of you. We take care of our clients that sign up through our partners very seriously. And so you're in good hands when you sign up through CMS. Now, there's probably the question of pricing. You know, how does that pricing work and look? And so we have arranged some special pricing that if you go to our website, you will not see. This is basically special pricing for CMS clients. And this is basically what it looks like. We have 3 different packages. We have a $249 package, a $349 package, and a $449 package. Really what it comes down to really is the number of unique conversations that you can have. And so a lot of our CMS dealers that are signing up for the $449 package, the business in the box, that gives you unlimited conversations, unlimited users. It's all in there. But there's some other packages, like I mentioned, but all 3 of these come with the inbox that we talked about, comes with the review invitation ability. It comes with the web chat widget, and it also, you know, allows you to set up your Facebook Messenger as well as Google Click to Message, as well as you can connect payments to our payments product to this. It comes built in if you want to be able to use our text to pay. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Like I said, the 240 only gives you 250 unique conversations. The 349 gives you 500 unique conversations, and then the 449 gives you unlimited. And so we're seeing a lot of them gravitate more to the businesses in box. Don't have to worry about any limitations. It's unlimited. So I want to be sensitive to time. I know we're coming up on the 25, 30 minutes, so I'll pause there and see if there's any questions.
Nothing yet, but I do want to add. So with regards to, you know, you're sitting in your office, you're watching this webinar, and you're trying to think about when would I use this day to day? Obviously, when it gets to new business, trying to be found, this is going to be helpful, of course. I mean, that's a given with regards to reviews and optimization and the web feature. All of those things will help bring business in, obviously. But when it comes to communicating to your subscribers day in and day out, that is also going to be a massive tool. So for example, I live in Atlanta. I have a dealer that lives here locally in Atlanta installed my alarm system and has it hooked up through CMS. And so for me, I was like, wow, you guys have a great system, because the second you walked out the door, I got a text message that said, hey, leave a great, very personalized. Hey, Jackie, leave a review. Boom, done. When my invoice is due, or if I've changed my credit card, which obviously happens quite frequently if it gets lost or compromised, they'll run my card and it won't go through. Boom, send me a link. I already have it saved to my wallet. So the text comes in and it's already paid. The communication is seamless and it's very personalized. First time I saw it, I thought, wow, someone actually wrote this entire text out, but it was obviously a template. It was pre-canned. So those are really great methods when it comes to communicating to your existing account base and therefore retaining your subscribers. That is very important when it comes to looking at your account history. Hey, we saw that you made for the sunset. Obviously, this would be a great method when it comes to sending out text to those subscribers that are in need of an upgrade. So, keep that in mind, as well as being found, getting new business in, but it also will help retain business as well on the back end.
Yeah, and I think to your point, Jackie, you can create hundreds of templates, right? And so you can be able to make that conversation or the communication with your customers that much easier. And once again, one thing that I learned over when I was at your president's meeting was phone calls don't always work. People don't pick that up. And so once again, if you need to get something out to a customer, just text it to them. And it's that much easier. That communication is that much easier with your current customers. And so using Podium as a means of communication just tends to win over your customers over and over.
It really does. I mean, if you're on this call and you're a dealer with us, you know that we have said time and time again, people are not answering their phones like they used to. Even from us at CMS, they can put in the caller ID or they just see that CAN number coming across. They don't pick up the phones, and that's for a response that's actually urgent and timely. So how many times do we now push that automation, get that SMS out? With every vendor that you're probably installing these alarm systems, they have that offering. So texting is very important. It's very responsive. So we've loved it. Jen obviously manages our marketing. And if you've ever received a text message from CMS with regards to communication from us, it's from Podium. So we do practice it. We say that we manage the chat on our website, not so you guys can go blow us up. And we've been burned by that before with a lot of fake requests, and that's great. But yeah, we love it. I see a question coming in. What CRM system does Podium integrate with? Is there a Sedona integration? I don't believe, Sean, there is a Sedona integration at this time. Podium is, I don't know how many industries you're in, Mike, but you guys are much larger than just security. Do you want to?
We actually work in about 5 or 6 different verticals, from healthcare to home services to professional services to auto to retail. And so if you ever wanted to know what type of integrations we have, if you go to podium.com, we try to make this as convenient as possible, and go to our marketplace, and that can just be found at the very bottom of our site over at Marketplace. And then it will basically have all the different integrations that we have with different systems. So you can even just type in what you think or what system you have, and you can see if we have an integration. We would love to say that we have an integration with everything, but sometimes third-party companies are easier to work with than others. But I don't believe we have one with Sedona, but anybody else on the call, you can, go to this page and you can find what integrations that we might have.
And upon, if you decide to move forward with Podium, what happens is you sign the paperwork, send it back to to us. I will then initiate the setup with Podium. And then they have a contact named Dougie, who's been fantastic. He will help set up your account with Podium. That will include contacts, because that's going to be a huge part of this, is loading your contacts. So he will get the proper file and get the proper format to get that loaded. He'll look at your Facebook, your Google, all of those pertinent sites to make sure that you guys are set up properly. So don't worry, it's not me setting up your account. It's not saying I couldn't do it. I think it's very simple, but Dougie's going to be the expert and be able to do that for you. Let's see. Explanation of any fees for accepting payment on Podium. Do you want to talk through the payment options, Mike?
Yeah, so through text to pay, it's 2.49% 2.49%, and then 30 cents a transaction. So once again, like, we know that's very competitive when you're talking about with card non-present, but we do know that, you might have a better rate with a card present. But we've just found this to be super convenient for businesses. So they're starting to use, they don't completely go away from, their card readers or their terminals that they're using now. This just becomes another method that they can use to collect payments, whether it's before or after a service.
Great question. Let's see, last minute or so, if you guys have any more questions. Of course, you can reach out to myself or Mike. Mike, do you have your contact info that you can share by chance?
Yeah.
Or I can put it in the chat, or if you want to just put in the chat.
Yep.
That would be helpful. And then, of course, I think most people have my contact information, but don't hesitate to reach out to myself with regards to all questions Podium. As you can see, Mike's information is there in the chat. That's all I have. Oh, is this service month to month? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what we do, it is a 12-month agreement. But if things, we have found over the last couple of years doing this, is our churn is super, super low. Meaning if you're using Podium, you're going to see benefit from it. If something happens and it doesn't work, yeah, we'll work with you to get out of the contract. But we hope that it is you see the vision of using it month over month over month, and you're going to see benefit from it.
If anything, we've had people start at a lower level, and they just end up realizing they're using it so much they want to upgrade.
But they upgrade, yeah.
So I think it's basically going to be, you're either going to like it, you're going to love it and live by it. So it's one of those levels. Any setup fees? No, Jared, there's no setup fees for this.
There's a setup fee if you go directly with Podium, but because if you sign up through CMS, we waive the $449 setup fee.
I didn't know that. Wow, love it. Yep. Even better.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll give another minute. If we use a service via CMS and no longer use CMS, can the Podium account migrate to a standalone for the customer? Meaning,
yeah. If there came a part where you actually left CMS, which I don't see why you would, but if you did, we could absolutely then just migrate your account over to a direct Podium account. Yep, not a problem.
But again, like, why would you? I mean,
yeah.
You're with the best. Don't worry. It's fine. Everything's good. I'm just kidding. Okay. Another minute for any other questions. Thanks for clarifying. That's great. All right. Well, this has been really helpful. Again, please do not hesitate to reach out to either of us when it comes to all things Podium. The turnaround has been very quickly. The setup has been very fast. So if you get your sign pricing back to me, then usually within the next few days is when Dougie will reach out to get your account set up. And it's been a very, very simple and seamless process. So it's been wonderful. We're very, very happy with our partnership with Podium. Anything else? Jen, do you have anything else to add?
I don't have anything necessarily other than just with my personal experience. Everybody who knows me knows that I wear a lot of hats at CMS, and being able to use Podium myself to help streamline Facebook messages and Google reviews and the web chat function, it's been huge for me time saving wise. So if you have one person in your office who is responsible for all of those things, this is going to be a huge time saver for them. And also just the advantage of being able to stay on top of it better and responding to those Google reviews immediately when they come in and that sort of thing. So it's been a great experience thus far for CMS.
Yeah, it's been great. Dan, I just saw your question about the CMS Compass customer database and phone numbers. So currently we're working on integration to get it completely combined, but when you would get set up with Podium, you would load all of that customer information, and they usually like to do that. Is it in Excel? Is it in Excel?
Yeah, an Excel spreadsheet, you pull it out, save this as a CSV file and upload it, and then it comes into your contact form. So now you've loaded all your contacts. So if you ever wanted to start, after you've loaded it, if you ever wanted to start a communication or reach out to a customer, once you hit that plus button and start a message, once you start putting in their name, if they're loaded, they're going to preload with their name and cell phone number, and you're off and running.
Right. It's pretty simple. And so we're having a couple more questions coming in at the very end here. Let me see.
Oh, no, you're good.
I think we got them all answered. Any other questions? Feel free. Like I said, just give me a shout. You guys know my cell number. In case you don't know my cell number, I'm also going to put it in the chat. And this is me. All right, everyone, have a great day. Happy last day of March. Let's have a good spring. No pollen, if possible.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.